Hello, peeps. It's your girl, Obijackson. It's a moment of sadness and mourning for Anambra, of course, especially for the incident that happened in Okija yesterday and day before yesterday. The truth is, half the time, there is an Igbo adage that says, "Okokorapolo mma mbulie, jetokwabali itonu," meaning we usually do not look out for the real issue. We just lay our hands and grab the fringes, leaving out the real issue. Someone left their home, and I'm sure not on foot. A couple of people traveled. We all know how much transportation is cost now. A couple of them would have paid at least 3,000, 2,000, 8,000, 5,000 to go to that Obijackson's event in Okija. For what? To go and get some palliative for the family. Devoid of the fact that it is Obijackson that organizes this event every year. It's not the first time. The young man gives people stuff every year. We have a couple of them in Igbo land, especially if you're from Anambra. You will attest that this is some kind of way that we express ourselves. It's not even new. It's not new. It's not news. An Anambra man wants to pride in how many people he has empowered, he has fed, that feeds under him. That's why I told you all that the death of Ifeanyi Uba is a shaker and shocker for the Anambra, because the people that young man feeds every year has tripled. That's why you're seeing what's happening in Obijackson's house. A piece of the iceberg, because anytime that Ozibundu will do his own palliative, I pray stuff like that does not happen again. Anytime that people in Nanka will do their own palliative, of course we have a Berenwosu in Nanka. We have a lot of them. Okudile Zanwanko will do his own. Ibate kulobia, mpampa na akpa, ibate urumba, mpampa. In fact, it's a way of expression for us in Anambra. It's not about onye jiego. Everybody in Anambra, half the time, a couple of us just give out things to people who do not have. It's our way of life. I don't know for other states. So that's why you will not say you're the richest in Anambra, because what you're doing, other people are also doing same. The only difference is we've not said bring out your money, let's count and know who is richer. If I can give one a car, I can give one a phone, you can imagine what the big men can do to others. So it's just a way of life for Anambra, giving. Some attribute this giving as some sort of spiritual way of using people's destiny. Biko, tell me what I'll be doing with the destiny of a barrow pusher, or a destiny of somebody who doesn't have a job, or a destiny of somebody who cannot afford a plate of rice, or a destiny of somebody who suffers so much to even feed for the day. I don't know what I'll be doing with such destiny. So, let people seldom say stuff that they know nothing about. Anambrarians have given as a style, as a way of life. They have carrying their brothers and sisters and equipping them, empowering them, making sure they come and bar boy. You know, they just want to pride themselves in what they are able to achieve when they were alive and in position That's an average Anambrarian for you. They believe in the Umunnawezuako strategy, where this one brings, this person brings love and atoto. That's Anambra style for you. That's why when he wants to do something and his elder brother does not have, he first of all gives that of his elder brother first before supporting. To tell you he's supporting his elder brother, no matter whom he is. Obijackson's way of giving has been there for even more than a decade. I was on radio ever since I used to hear his palliative every year, the giving style. There are so many guys also in Enugu who do these palliatives steady, on a steady. Ije Nisuawa, you will understand what I'm talking about. Igbo Grisi does the same thing. So it is just a style. Giving is an inborn thing. It's not even about where one comes from. It's usually not about where one comes from. It's just that in the Anambra setting, if you're not doing, they don't even look at you as somebody who has anything. If you're an onwa and you're just shining on the roof, top roof of your house, or is your case, nobody send you. But even if you're a barrow pusher in Anambra and you're able to alleviate others and buy them wheelbarrows, you're revered. It's a way of life for them. Others are just trying to inculcate and learn same. But we have people in various states who do various things for people who are not able. My problem is the government have refused to acknowledge the fact that what individuals have taken as part of their social responsibilities are supposed to be done by the government themselves. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted to give palliative to various states, and he, in his magnanimity, sent this palliative to various governors. And instead of these governors, in also their magnanimity, to equitably share this palliative to the locals by giving intrinsical instructions to the local government areas on how and when and to whom those palliatives should be shared, from the apex, the central, from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Instead, they turned it into a political jamboree and shared it across their political parties, and the rice that is supposed to go to the poor went to steal the rich. It's a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame. I want to see a government who will go and arrest anybody who is a giver individually, so that we will further shame you people. How can you want to give palliative? You're not looking for NGOs who go to various communities and understand the needs of people in various communities, and then you go and give it to an excellency in a state. An excellency in turn, give it to some political head. And the political head, in turn, shares it to the wards. And the wards, in turn, shares it amongst themselves as a political jamboree. That's what I call it. It is not political. It is not for politicking. It is not for politicians. The palliatives were meant to just help the poor people. You people are not concerned about how much a bag of rice is sold. The bag of rice is skyrocketing. President Muhammadu Buhari cushioned the whole prices of food items in the country during his time. But what did Bola Ahmed Tinubu president do? He just, I don't know whether he trashed the whole thing that Buhari was doing to cushion this hunger. And I don't know whether he believes that the monetary sharing approach was the better approach. Hunger rose again to its apex. If he had inculcated what President Muhammad Buhari did during his time, that we were able to afford rice, gari, beans, which is almost the poor man's meal, this nonsense will not be happening. This kind of thing that is happening now will not be happening. You can imagine somebody who brings just 5 trailers of rice, maybe containing 5,000 rice. And the people that are coming to his house are 10,000 people. What do you really expect that person to do? I don't understand. Seaman is going to share rice, maybe, or maybe not. I pray this kind of stampede doesn't happen, because they've seen others who usually share palliative, after seeing this, will withdraw. That's the lesson. Others who have seen what has happened in Okija will first of all withdraw their palliative and look for a better way, or may never do palliative again to avoid the stories that touch. That's what the government is putting us through. That is exactly what the government is putting us through. Nobody should call anybody's name. We have plenty people who do this palliative. In fact, if you've ever been to Eberenwosu's palliative, you will see medicals, you will see rice, you will see yam, you will see crutches, everything that you know. You will see glasses, you will see, oh man. I believe that some people are from Nanka and they can attest. Ezudo Nanka does marvelous things in Nanka. The same in Nanka, Okudile and one course palliative is second to none. Now, all these people will now want to take their time to look for a way and a better modalities to avoid this same, or may never do it at all. Now, B-Lord has also cancelled his. Tell me what people are going to do. Because if I knew, oh my God, Chineke wetekwela some more persons. Oh, the kind of people that Ifeanyi used to feed late during Christmas. I don't know if anybody can even do that. I don't know if anybody can actually do that. The government should be held responsible for every stampede. The same way it's happening here, the same way it's happening in Ibadan. The last other one in Abuja, is it Abuja? Children died because they were overwhelmed. Everywhere, stampede, hunger. Hunger. Hunger cannot be stopped with sharing of money. Oh. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, please hear this loudly. It cannot be stopped by sharing of money. Hunger can only be stopped by reducing the cost of food. That's the only way the poor would survive. Now, back to the people who have died. Are you trying to tell me that the amount of people who died, that they are not able to afford the smallest bag of rice? Are you trying to say that to me? You lie. You lie. The people who died are not so hungry because from January till November, they've not been eating sand. They've been eating food. You're not trying to say to me that all those people who died are entirely hungry. But there's something that comes with free things in Africa. I don't know why. There is this feeling that free things comes with, that makes us overwhelmed, that makes us want to eat more than our stomach can carry because it is usually coming free. Free things, I want you to equate it to free drink. You would see some people who will only drink a bottle of beer when you go to their houses. But there are different people when they realize that you want to give them beer, you want to buy them beer. They will not only drink one, they will drink more than one, and yet drink concoction, and yet drink the ones that are not their brand, and begin to vomit inside your house. So there is something that comes with free drinks, free food, free giveaway, free items. It's not like they cannot afford it. They can actually afford it. But because of that mentality of getting something free, it has eaten so deep that even those who can afford it wants to go and get some free. Something free from somebody who is giving it out freely. They will never think of allowing those who cannot to go and get a little. They want to get the free things and add to the ones that they have. Why? Why? Rice, you no get. Groundnut oil, you no get. Tomatoes, you no get. The money itself, you no get. Debt, you get. Tell me what that is. Tell me what that is. For goodness sake. A couple of people like that can actually afford all those things that were given there. They can afford it. Some, their children just sent them food items for the Christmas. Manamba, the ones that they get free is better. Is sweeter. It cooks well more than theirs. It tastes well more than theirs. Tell me, tea. Tell me what that is. How can I go to beg somebody something that I know I can afford? Shh. How can I go to somebody's house to go and start begging somebody for rice? This is rice. This is stew. For something I know. At least if I hustle, if I wash person plates, see if he give me food. Why do I need to go and beg again? Obrong. There are things that you would see, Edoazo, you go back. Seeing that the multitude was too much. As you, whose leg is paining, as you, whose waist is paining, as you, who cannot run, as you, who doesn't have the strength to maneuver, why did you not just step aside? No, let them go. Why would you not step aside? Why do you think you can maneuver the crowd with such kind of multitude? Children should properly warn their parents very, very well. Some parents nebutelo mohajafa. It's not like they do not have this rice in their houses, but they prefer to go and get this rice longer throats. The too much. They want to go and get the free one. And this would cost people, their parents, their mothers, their fathers, their brothers, their sisters. Rice, you now die and carry expenses and put on your family's head. And on your burial day, they will come and eat rice. Bossy burial, we will now eat rice and even chop chicken on top. But you died because you went to beg for rice. Chineke na bakware ekwensu mba o. Chineke na bakware ekwensu mba o. Please, guys. Government should please wake up. Una they sleep on top bike. Just wake up and make sure this country is fixed in order. If you want to share palliative, there are registered NGOs that go to the grassroots. Call them. Let the governors have the list of these NGOs who go and do things for people in suburbs, rural areas. These things should not be given to any big man to share for his people. Enough of that nonsense. Let people who are giving individuals food breathe. Let them breathe, I beg. Now, the people who are supposed to give some more have backed out. Maybe they don't even have to give, and this is an opportunity to even back off. Please. Yes, there's so much hunger in the land, but people who can afford this food can please stay home. Let the poorest of the poor go and collect this food. Some, you give them one, they will go and hide it somewhere and come back again. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic. And they have. It's not like they are entirely suffering. They do have. Please, guys. See how many people that died in Anambra. Some died in Ibadan. Some died in other places, children. You know, I don't understand. Government is sitting aloof and looking. Then the next thing, they'll call police for the people who gave palliative. Then the next thing, the poor masses will begin to say, Obijackson used them for medicine, used them for jazz, used them to baoba, B-Lord used them for jazz, Seaman used them for jazz. For goodness sakes. Okwa hunger. And we can do better. We really can do better. Mana, you're going to pray against God to stop you from going to anybody's house to go and beg for anything you can afford. It's bad. Why do I need to go and queue for Sikapa when I have people like Val who will send me Osikapa, send me milk, baby milk? Why do I not need to cry to them? I went when me had na Christmas, so batabakwa, come on. My food is finished. My meat is finished. My rice is finished. I have a dozier who will say, Ozzy, what do you want? I have a seaman who will say, Ozzy, I'll give you rice. I have a mesman who will say, Ozzy, I'm going to send you this. There are plenty people who can. I have Ikem who will say, Ozzy, this is for Christmas. For goodness sake. I was showing people yesterday. I was in the house. Somebody brought me something. But let me tell you also. Giving also is not even by when you're rich. Giving is something that is from within. The little that you have, if you're not able to share, that which you have will even be taken away from you and be given to those who even have more. Giving is an act. It comes from within. If you're not able to give, you're not going to be able to give. And any rich man who goes to another community and they give him meat to go home with is the people that he usually gave that gave him. Did you hear me? Ogrinyo buna jerubo be made. Enyi anu keiri ngugu. Owero nata bie bu ndo onye buru na enyi. Ondo na enyebu nyerie. It's an Igbo adage. I'm sorry for Obijackson for what has happened in your home. You didn't call for it. You were only trying to be your very good man. Biko, Dibe, that's all we can say. Those who are mourning now, Dibe no. I'm so sorry. Those who died, Chineke ekwene ka mburu onu na mmụọ. May God forbid that I go down below hungry. What are we going to classify your death as? Especially for those who can afford what they went to get. I'm sure by now they will not be forgiving themselves for even trying to do that. But they are gone. They are gone. So guys, the poverty in Nigeria, the hunger is real. We've never had it like this bad. The hunger is real. Just make an announcement that you're doing, or you're doing. You will see people, even the uninvited, they will come just to eat. Just to eat. I don't know what we're going to do. The government, they are helping matters, but they are helping matters in a wrong way. How can you be giving a rich man items to go and equip himself instead of thinking of how to share the things to poor people? Politicians get 2 bags of rice in the last palliative that President Tinubu sent to various states. It's a terrible scenario, and we need to change. We really, really need to change. Then furthermore, those who are going to give out palliatives to people, I don't know how this is going to work for you all. Ucheburu uchem, give it to your village people. Don't even make announcements. Don't make announcements to prevent this kind of stampede. Give the giving to your village people. Do it like Obijackson, my no fija Obijackson. Obijackson will send the people to go house for house to give palliatives. It's not a joke. Mama mo kataparati Obijackson. Papa mo kwatarati Obijackson. Obijackson will send house for house giving. Mwego dunia, mani dunia, milo na milk dunia. Please. When you see such overwhelming crowd, tell them to go. Fabianari ichugafa. If there is a way that you all are going to do a tally for no X amount of rice that you want to share, make a tally for that X amount of rice. If you have your tally coming, that place must be securely guarded. If you have your tally, let's see it, come in. If you don't have your tally, back off. It should very well. So that people will know that it's only those with tally that can come in these premises. There must be a way. I'm just thinking aloud. So that people don't die over stuffs that they can afford. Oru full bush, 5,000 naira. And 5,000 naira matter if painter rice. Or half painter rather. You can buy half painter of rice. Igwaro koya also kuya urugara with ose nanu. Igwaro koya afada koi fully. Please, guys, let's tell our mothers, caution them, especially if we can afford to give them stuff. Let's caution our parents, caution our mothers, caution our brothers and sisters. Did you see guys who died there? Guys will not die. Ume donohano. It is women, mothers, children. Oh gosh, man. Manduku mwaje. Manduku mwaje. Please, guys. Especially if you see those ones who have children, who have come there with their children. Please settle them, let them go. Let's treat them as senior citizens. Settle those ones, let them go. Some people now will go and borrow children so that they will have pity on them. Because people just have learned different styles and skills just to cheat others. You have rice in your home, then you went to beg for rice. For what? Your child doesn't feed you well. See how healthy. They were all lying dead. See how healthy that they were. So you will know that these people are not eating sand from January to November. They feed well. See how healthy all of them are. Now they've died for maybe 10 kg of rice. Makachukwoye heru 50 kg or 25 kg of rice. It may just be 25 kg of rice. It's not 50 kg because they know they can't carry 50 kg of rice. Now somebody went to die. For one person would be like the highest 100,000 naira or 50,000 naira for one person. You wouldn't do to win a 50,000 naira rice that you can afford to eat in your house. Then we'll come and do canopy and do your burial and eat rice of more than 1 million naira for you. Please, nobody should get me angry with this nonsense, I beg. I'm so sad. I'm so sad with that kind of death. Because they were all looking healthy and they were all looking out. It's not like somebody who is healthy feels fine. Don't get me wrong. But I'm saying, if you can afford it, why go die? It's not about showing off. It's about the heart of giving. It's not showing off. And everybody should keep quiet. This thing is not about showing off. It's not about showing off. Maybe he's been doing this for his Okija people. And the Okija people can attest that everything about Okija, courtesy of Obijackson. Obijackson. These are people who make the town okay. It's not just about Obijackson. Jerry Nanka, I'm giving you instances of plays I anchor MCs for them. You will see now. Go to Nanka and look and see miracle and the American wonder see they happen. Obijackson, they learn. There are silent people who do various things in various communities in grand style. In grand style. It's about hunger. It's about the government's irresponsibility. They do not want to be responsible. They do not want to be responsible. They take stock of people using ID cards and getting NIN for people, but those datas are bullshit. Those data that the Nigerian governments are getting are bull crap. Because if they knew that they are getting those NIN and the data is going to be used very well, they would rather know how to really share any palliative that they wish to share. Because with those numbers, you can trace all the whole account numbers in Nigeria. Anekufusioku. Abeg Ojare. I'm so sorry for the families who have lost their dear ones. Seriously. You will never understand how they feel except you've lost someone before. It's really heartbreaking. I am so sorry for one, a son of the soil, who have brought out himself to constantly cushion hunger. And this came in a very bad light this year. I'm so sorry. This is something one has done for more than 15, 20 years. And this has never happened. Bishop Ozopolo, if you see where he's sharing his own, you'll be wowed. There are lots of them, plenty of them. There are silent ones that we do not know. They are not even on Facebook. They are not even on social media. Dibeno. May God grant them eternal rest. Just Dibeno. May such thing never happen again, anywhere in Nigeria, anywhere in the world. May people not go to look for something to eat and die in the process, and then we come and eat stuff for their burial. May this not be our portion. In Jesus' name. My name is Obijackson. Please, extend your condolences to the families of the bereaved. Extend a helping hand to anybody that cannot even afford rice. Extend money To those who have stuff to even cook, but they don't have monies to buy items for cooking it. Ibadan, 35 children. Okija, I hear more than 20. Now they said 17. Abuja, 10. Just to mention but a few. Extend a helping hand to anybody around you who cannot eat, who cannot feed. If you want to cook a new food, you can call them to take the old one. Or borrow when it's spoiled. Call your neighbor. Ask them if they've got food. If you don't have food to share to them, open up your fridge. Give them the old one. Empty the fridge. Since you have food items, it's Christmas. Let people enjoy and eat rice for the season. Please. If you can give these items today, give these items today. Don't say tomorrow. It could just be you that would put smiles on people's faces this Christmas. I beg. Thank you so much for stopping by my channel. Thank you so much for constantly sharing. Thank you so much for staying tuned all of the time that I come live. Thank you so much for following my page. I truly, truly appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for also clicking on the notification buttons and knowing when I am live and knowing when I am done and sharing those. Thank you for following all my social media platforms. This kind of thing shall not be our portion. Not for me, not for my family, not for my fans, and not for your families, not even for our friends. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Have a beautiful Christmas celebration. I may still come live because I'll be getting an award on the 30th in Okija. You can come around. I'm not doing any party, so don't come expecting a lot. Just come, follow me for back. Make I go collect my award. We drink malt. We go home. That's what it is for me. It's not a time for jamboree. It's just a time for really reflection and knowing how to approach the 2025 that is coming. Seeing the kind of hardship that we have now. God bless you. Thank you so much. Chidibe, I really, really appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. I'll do just that. Then plenty. You don't even know where to start, but we must do what we have to do. I appreciate, guys. Let me eat rice. Ebobo no rice in a bosom made. Na be onye ozo. Kai Chineke bakwara ekwensu mbao.